Hey guys, it's Jordan. Welcome. Today I thought I would go over kind of how Mike Mignola draws, and we would kind of together, we're going to do in pen, we're going to duplicate this cool Mer-Man sketch from Mike Mignola's COVID sketchbook. If you don't know who Mike Mignola is, he's like an awesome comic book artist, and he's done film as well. He's famous for Hellboy. He has a unique kind of style that uses a lot of heavy cross-hatching and for the shading when he's doing the pencil work. This will all be solid black when you do it in ink. But he's very famous for having a minimalist style and for having these kind of woodcut kind of features in the characters that he does. It's very unique. It's probably my favorite style to draw. I love drawing in the blocky woodcut style. And probably my own style I've probably picked up just from copying so much Mignola, some of that as well. So I thought, why not today? Let's bust out a Mer-Man. So here we go. Okay, so what we'll start with, and you can kind of see some of the underlying loose pencil stuff to get the general shape. So we'll just start with a pen real quick here. And I'm just gonna go really lightly and kind of block out where the head's gonna be. It's got this kind of a shape, right? So it's gonna be that kind of a shape. Okay, we'll put like a thing there for us. And it's gonna come down. It's gonna be blocky here. You're gonna have your tricep, you're gonna have your shoulder, which he's got rolling down here. He puts the shoulder and the tricep into one big block here. Then we're gonna go out. We'll get the other side of this here. There we go. And then we're gonna go down. Like that. And then you got your hand here. Now, to distort anatomy like this, the way that it's being done, it's purposeful, which means that before you can start distorting anatomy and making these kind of odd decisions or unique decisions in your design and which lines you're going to keep and which lines you're going to let go, comes from a very solid understanding first in anatomy. I'm just going to get this glove blocked in. So we'll go down here. So if you don't have, and you can tell he's got the body there. If you don't have the basis, a strong grip on anatomy, first you're going to struggle with being able to distort it in a convincing way, and not necessarily just in a convincing way, but in a way that is like a systematic, like a purposeful way where things will match up. Because, sometimes you'll see work where, someone's putting in a lot of cross-hatching or a lot of detail, but the detail sometimes will wind up taking away from the overall drawing because it will break up the flow. Right? This thing, even this is like very much you're drawing, right? He's drawing you right in with that circle, right into the center of the work, right? So sometimes all the cross hatching doesn't really work out if you're getting super, or it doesn't work out because it winds up distracting. That's not to say that there aren't awesome styles that are super detailed. Obviously, I love McFarlane. I love Rob Liefeld. I think those guys are great. Even though Liefeld gets a lot of garbage, he definitely has an understanding of anatomy. Otherwise, he wouldn't have the initial popularity, right? That he can, takes crap for the pouches and whatever and stuff like that. But he has a very distinct style that he's able to maintain. So if you're able to maintain it consistently, then you can get forgiven for doing things a little bit differently, and you get a little bit more opportunity to take some kind of risks. But first, you really have to get that basis of your anatomy down. Okay, and then this is blocked in. So what I'm going to do differently in this version that we're doing is where it's all cross-hatched, because this is just a pencil sketch, we're going to put it in as a solid black so that it stands out a little bit differently from what we're looking at here. So we're basically just going to ink it, but we're starting in ink and we're finishing in ink. And I like to do that because it kind of helps you stick with decisions that you make, and it kind of, using ink kind of forces you to be a little bit more thoughtful when you're putting lines down, because they're permanent. So I find that it helps me make better decisions to work in ink. When I'm under a little bit of pressure, I do better. Okay, so we're gonna get this shoulder brace in, or the flare, sorry, for Mer-Man. Classic He-Man character. Obviously, big He-Man fan. You're probably a big He-Man fan too if you're watching this. He-Man rules. That new movie sounds like it might be super lame though, and I want to like it. I don't care that Jared Leto's Skeletor. That's fine with me. I don't mind Jared Leto. I thought his Joker was actually fine in the. If you watch the director's cut of Suicide Squad, he had more stuff to do, and I think that would have been a cool character if they would have like let it go on a little bit longer. The tattoos on the face were a little bit overdone. Like I agree there was some design issues, but he did kind of play him straight like a gangster, and I do like Joker as like a kind of nutty gangster guy. So I'm going in here, and you can see I'm just filling it in solid. There we go. And we'll get the glove here. I always love Mignola's hands too. He has a really unique way of doing them. Okay, that should be rounded. And this is all filled in black. Right here, okay. Now we're gonna go down into his loincloth here. The leg's gonna bust out right there. This leg's gonna come down. Meet the sword this way. Come down in there, and then let's get this big sword he's got. I like that he draws these swords all big and bulky like they are for the action figures. I think it's very cool. I appreciate it. So when you're studying another artist's work like this, it's important that you're thinking about what the artist was doing while you're doing your work, and trying to find the same kind of rhythms in the drawing that the artist did, so that you're learning something and not just mindlessly duplicating something. So it's important to be purposeful and to, again, really be present for the work that you're doing. it's tough right now, you know, with everything that's going on. The world's getting wackier all the time. You know, if you're lucky enough and you can carve out some time every day to work on art, I think especially like right now with the way everything's getting so wild, it's probably going to be good for you, to be honest. Even if you're someone who's watching who's not, or doesn't consider themselves someone who's into art, it's good to make stuff. It helps with dealing with kind of, I guess, disappointment in humanity right now that we're all kind of dealing with at the same time. While we leap forward into this next weird era. I'll get this here, and this will all be black. And then we'll get the sword in here. There we go. Okay, and then you're going to go in here. And then right like that. Now, this is a thing that's repeated a lot, and it's a rhythm, and this is important, especially when you're drawing legs and arms. So you want to have a straight on one side and then a curve or blockiness on the other side. You don't want both sides to necessarily, even here, you're straight and then you got more blockiness. Okay, so for like forearms and for calves and stuff like that, you don't want to have both things going out the same way. This creates a rhythm for your eyes in the drawing, and it will make it a little bit better for the viewer. Okay, and then because this is like a cloth thing, we're just gonna a little bit of detail there, and then we'll get his belt buckle. Now, can I draw in a perfect circle? Yes, but you don't really want to. I watched a video a couple of weeks ago from an artist who worked at Blizzard about Blizzard style rules and guides, and he talked about blockiness as well, and that when you're designing characters or items or weapons, that you want to have a chunky blockiness, that it's appealing to people. They like that. And you think, even current design, think of Marvel Rivals, right? Think about how blocky that is and how chunky all those designs are. If you check out more pages on my YouTube, I've got a Venom Marvel Rivals that I did in their art style, and it was to duplicate it was not too bad, and it was a lot of blockiness with I used a square brush a lot on that painting. Just going to fill this all in. Right like this. Okay, and then same on this. And you can see everything taking shape, and it's starting to get that, it's all has a rhythm, right? Everything has a rhythm. See, and even that, you know, that's quad. That one line indicates, okay, you got your quad split. And then, you know, here, okay, now we're going down into the knee area. Like these tiny marks that he makes look like they're casual, but they're not. They're very much planned. at his level, which is like master level, obviously, he probably doesn't even have to really, he can probably just autopilot a lot of this because he's got those skills just down. Okay, and then we got this arm came down, and then it got blocky here, and then down here, little curve, hand hidden behind, and then you got this. There's that straight. We're gonna go up here, and go like this. I'm gonna bring it down about here, and there you go. And then this breaks off. This goes here. And we'll just do that, and then we'll fill this all in. He's got some damage on the suit. So he's got a bit of his suit broken off here. And he's got kind of like a Ninja Turtle kind of thing here. Oh, I would love to see Mike Mignola take on Ninja Turtles. That would be like a dream thing for me. I think he would crush a Ninja Turtle book or like a special or one shot or something. I would love it. It's very cool seeing Turtles getting a big revival too this year, or the last couple of years. It's very cool that's come back. Still not a lot of love though for the Fox one, the one from early 2000s. That was a really good run, that Turtle show too. That had a really awesome style when it was TMNT. Okay, and then let's get the words in here. I like how he writes these words too. Okay, then let's finally get the old boy's face here. Okay, so you got your big jaw here. And his jaw, his mouth is going to stretch the entire length, basically, of the face. And it's going to be a curve that comes around like that and then comes in. You got big rounded teeth here, 3 little teeth, and then a rounded one on the other side. And then you've got 4 teeth on the bottom, and then it's all blacked in. So we're just going to carefully do this. Okay, and then he's got an eye that's a circle here, and then an eye that's a circle here, and then that comes down, and then you've got a little bit of a recess around that eye. And then it all comes out into those fans, or those fins on his head. And then let's get this other eye in here, right like that. To go like this. There. I want that to go like that. That's all blocked in. Okay, and then that goes off, that's dark, and then you just want one out frill. He's kind of doing those, kind of reminds me of doing that Terror Inc. dude from Marvel, where he had the little spines coming off his face where he would steal your body part and then like have your skills. That guy ruled. Okay, we're almost getting done with this drawing, guys. We're very close. I'm going to fill that in, even though it's different from Mike's. Okay. And then you got the under jaw going down. Oh, maybe we didn't do that quite long enough for the neck, so that's probably, we captured that a little bit incorrectly. And we'll shorten this jaw. There we go. We'll get her in there. Okay, then let's just get this background, whatever he's standing on, roots, cliff edge. Let's get this all blacked in. Okay, and I'll put my dealie on it, and then I will put Mike's. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you draw Mike Mignola's Mer-Man. So I hope you dug it, because I'm probably going to do more, because this is like one of my favorite things to do, is to do Mike Mignola's stuff. So there you go. Here's under 30 minutes. Boom. Look at that. Show your friends. All right. Thank you. As always, like, subscribe, share. Bye-bye. Peace.